Yeah, that's right, Latrice. It's going to be warm and muggy out there. And I'll tell you what, it makes me wonder, isn't there a song about this? The Strawberry Moon? Somebody sing a song about that? Strawberry Moon. I remember it's like a country song. I can't remember the exact lyrics, but I'll spare you that. But hey, I'll tell you what, folks, if you do want to check it out, it's going to be warm and muggy. We're going to see skies like this, a couple of scattered clouds, but overall you should be able to see it just fine despite the warm and muggy conditions. Let me show you the temperature right now in Chattanooga at 94 degrees currently, a dew point of 74. That is extremely juicy air, folks. That is typically what we call the air that you can wear, because when you step outside, you just immediately start sweating. It's that heavy, and that humidity and that warmth, yeah, it's leading to some uncomfortable conditions across parts of the area. 93 degrees in Athens and Cleveland, 93 in Dalton and Fort Payne. Again, we've got 88 in Blue Ridge, 87 at Altamont. So if you're in the higher elevations today, you're seeing a slight relief from that heat, but still it's hot even there, because while the temperatures may be in the 80s, it feels like it's 99 right now currently in Altamont. It feels like it's about 95 in Blue Ridge. So even though your temperatures are a little cooler, that's not that great. And here in the valley, you can see it's anywhere between 100 to as high as 113 right now is what it feels like in Cleveland. So you've got to prepare for these numbers, because this is how it's going to affect you if you're doing some work outside or you're thinking about sitting out on the porch this evening. Be aware of that. Now, the radar is quiet. I'm watching for any type of pop-up storms that may try to get going. Typically, when you have all this heat and all this humidity, it's like having all the ingredients putting it into a boiling pot. Eventually, you'll come up with something, right? So we're going to keep an eye on this. I wouldn't be surprised to see an isolated storm or two come out of the mountains and slide down into North Georgia later on this evening, but I don't think it's going to be very widespread. Overall, the current setup, you can see fairly quiet conditions across the Tennessee Valley. It's basically the big heat dome we were talking about, again, expanding from Texas, building off towards the north and east, and that heat is going to be with us along with the humidity over the next several days. And it's something that you've got to be aware of, because, hey, folks, we've got a heat advisory that's already been issued for the valley locations as we go into your Tuesday afternoon. So what does this mean? Very similar to today. You're looking at heat indices that will get between 105 and 110 during the afternoon hours. And again, if you spend a lot of time outside, let's say you're working in construction, you're working at the car wash, or let's say you're just out and about at the park or doing a little running, you got to be aware this is dangerous heat. This is where you start to see some effects from the heat fatigue and also sometimes heat exhaustion. So be aware of that. 74 degrees tonight in Dayton, 74 in Cleveland, 74 in Dalton, only about 76 in Chattanooga. That gives us a head start for tomorrow afternoon. I'm forecasting high temperatures to jump into the 90s, 97 degrees in Chattanooga and Dalton, 96 in Cleveland, Athens, 97, Dayton, even 90 in Altamont. I think we'll get over to about 95 in Murphy as well. So a sweltering afternoon out there. In fact, near record heat could be possible. Now today we've only hit 94 so far from what I've seen. The record high is 99, so that's safe. But tomorrow I'm forecasting 97 for your high. The record is 97, set back in 1914. So we'll be on record watch as we move into your Tuesday. Now I know what you're saying. Do we have any relief in sight in the near future? I don't see much, folks. There is the potential with this heat and humidity that will start to increase these pop-up storm chances as we get towards the middle of the week. But notice those chances, only about 20 to 30%, so not very high. So if you're hoping for a lot of rain to help cool you down, well, we're not expecting much. And even if you do see one of these pop-up storms, typically once the rain stops, then you start to get the evaporation from that moisture, and so it just becomes even more humid and it becomes more warmer with that heat index. So not always good news. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Hot. H-O-T. That's the forecast for the next several days. Cross your fingers you see a pop-up storm or two, but really it's not going to do much. But Latrice, the weekend, look at that cool down. Winter time in there. 90? Oh man, turn on the heat.
Oh gosh.